Hi guys, my name is Ivy and welcome back to my Disney Diaries. So if this is the first video that you're seeing of mine, today we're going to be talking about everything that you need to know about the DCP or the Disney College Program. So first, and probably most importantly, what is the Disney College Program? So the Disney College Program is for any college student that loves Disney and has always had a love and appreciation for the company and its values and what they do. So as being a part of the Disney College Program, you get to take a semester off college or do college online and go down to Florida and work in Walt Disney World. They do a Disney College Program also in California, but during COVID it kind of hit a standstill and I don't think they've started that back up yet. So if you do the DCP, you will most likely be going to Walt Disney World. Once you're accepted to the Disney College Program, which we'll talk about the application process and all that later in the video, but once you're accepted, you either decide whether you want to take a semester off college or do your college online. So for me, I'm going to be partaking in the Disney College Program June through January, so I'm going to miss my fall semester at my college. But instead of taking a semester off, I just decided to take the minimum amount of classes that I can online. That way I'm still enrolled in my school and it didn't mess anything up scholarships wise, because that was something that I always wondered about, was scholarships, would you lose them? Different things like that. So if you don't want to lose scholarships, you definitely need to just talk to your college, but doing it online is a great option and that's what's working for me. At the Disney College Program, obviously it can work as an internship if it corresponds with your degree. If you get PhotoPass and you're a photography major, then you definitely will be able to get internship credits. That is also something that you need to talk with your school about, with your advisor at your college. Disney can provide paperwork for you about internships, so you can reach out once you've been accepted and they can help you with all that as well. Also, while you're at the program, you are able to enroll in classes. They offer different classes like Imagineering and different stuff that you learn about the Disney history. So these classes might transfer to your college as like an elective or something of that sort. That's also something that you need to talk to your advisor and your college about. So like I said, Disney does offer classes at the DCP, but you do not have to take classes if that's not what you're interested in. If you just want to go down there and work, that's completely fine. You do not have to take classes. The program length will also differ from 4 to 7 months, and that is just dependent upon the date you choose. That was also a question that I had before going into the DCP. I didn't know if you got to pick your dates, if you were given dates, but yes, you do get to pick your dates depending on like the semester that you apply. So if you apply for fall, then you're going to get dates in fall, but those range from August arrival dates to October arrival dates, I believe. But yes, you do get to pick when you get there and when you leave. So for me, I wanted to stay there as long as possible, so I chose my dates to be June 26th through January 4th. Next, let's talk about eligibility. So who is eligible to apply and partake in the Disney College Program? So to be eligible for the DCP, the first step is that you have to be enrolled in a US university, and you also have to have completed 1 semester or have graduated within the past 24 months. You can apply after completing 1 semester, or if you're graduated, you can apply for up to 2 years after you've graduated. You must be 18 years old at the time of applying, and you must also be able to follow the Disney look once you arrive. So the Disney look has gotten a little bit more lenient. They used to not allow you to show tattoos at all, but now it's, if the tattoos are smaller than a hand length, then you're good to go. You also have to have naturally colored hair, no piercings. So like I have 2 nose piercings. I will have to take those out anytime I am at work, in the parks, or wherever I end up being placed. You must be receptive to the starting pay of $14 an hour. However, in June, the starting pay is actually being increased to $16 an hour, so that is really great. You must be available to work weekends, holidays, overtime. That's another thing, you cannot request time off until you get there and your work. Then you can request a day or 2 off, but it's not guaranteed that you'll get it. So if you have something going on during the time that you've selected your program, it's better to wait and select a time that you don't have anything going on. So when will you be at the Disney College Program? The DCP is separated into 4 different seasons. So there is fall, fall advantage, spring, and spring advantage. I will put a chart up here now and you guys can see when the dates are, when you'd be able to apply. Now let's get into the part that you guys probably have the most questions about and you're the most nervous for, the application process. So the first step is actually applying. You'll go on the Disney website and look up the college program and you'll just apply. The application is super simple. It just asks you questions about where you go to school, your education. If you've been to more than one college, put that on there. If you have any work experience, put that on there. The more the better. The only advice I can really give you on the application process is be in depth. Like, take your time. Whenever it asks about your work experience, if you were a waitress, don't just say that you waited tables. Really put thought into what you did and how you helped customers. Anything customer service related, just talk about how you wanted to give the customers the best experience possible. So after you fill out the application, it says that it will let you know within 72 hours if you're getting a call back. Mine came in actually like 30 minutes after I completed my application. I moved on to the next step, so it can happen really quickly. So the next step after application is the web-based interview, or the WBI. The WBI scares a lot of people and they get nervous and they mess it up. So my best advice is not to be nervous and just be honest. If you're honest and you follow the same values that Disney follows, you will not have any issues. The WBI is just a form asking you about your personality and your work ethics. So the thing with the WBI is it asks you very similar questions throughout the process to see if you're lying. So it might say something like, are you always on time? And you put yes. And then 5 questions later it might say, how often are you late? And you put almost always. It can tell that you're not telling the truth, and that is going to get you kicked out of the process quicker than anything. So I just definitely say be honest, be yourself, and you'll be fine. Disney likes strong, opinionated people. So a lot of people recommend that you stay away from the not sure or the middle buttons, but it's not hard and it takes 30 minutes and you're done. So the good thing about the WBI is you will know immediately if you have moved on or if you've been kicked off. So if you get an email immediately following the WBI that you have moved on, great news, you are getting a phone interview. If you did fail the WBI, you can try again in 6 months, and it's okay that you failed. I know a lot of people that have tried out and just haven't made it, and that's okay. So if you do move on from the WBI, you will receive an email stating that you have moved on to a phone interview and you need to schedule a time. You can pick whatever day you want, whatever time you want. It just has to be in the time span of within 5 days. I am going to make a separate video on phone interview tips and tricks and how not to be nervous. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you follow along and watch out for that video. Once you have your phone interview, you have to wait, and it sucks because you just want to know if you got in right then. You're so excited. But yeah, it definitely is not fun to wait and see if you got in. But currently they are doing the acceptance waves on Thursdays. You can follow recruiter Christy. I will put her handle here. If you follow her on Twitter, she posts every time that Disney sends out acceptance waves, and you can be on the lookout for it in your email. Now let's talk about fees and move-in. Once you've been accepted, there are 3 steps to completing your offer and you're in. The first step is to actually review and respond to your offer letter. So you'll receive an offer letter. If you read through it and it sounds good to you, then you accept it, and step 1 is done. Step 2, you will pay the program fee and select the dates that you want to move in. So the program is not free, however you will make your money back once you get down to the parks and you start working. The original fee is $240. That's the first time fee that you have to pay. 6 weeks before you arrive, you will have to pay an additional $191, and that is just for if you choose to live on property at Flamingo Crossings Village. If you do not live on property, then you will not have to pay that fee. Step 3 is just to complete required forms. So it just asks you again whether you're a felon, that type of thing. It asks if you will be okay participating in a background check, fingerprinting, all that stuff once you arrive. It also asks you whether you would prefer to work at a Disney park or whether you would prefer to work at a resort, ESPN Sports Center, or Disney Springs. Another thing is when you accept your offer, you will not know what role you receive. You will not find out your role until like a month before your program. So I was accepted like 2 months ago and I still have no idea what I'll be doing. I won't find out for probably another month. So I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because I just really hope I love my role. I believe that is all the information I have for you today regarding the Disney College program, but be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video about the phone interview, tips and tricks, and how to not be nervous. But yeah, also if you are interested in following along on my Disney College program journey, I will be documenting the whole thing on my YouTube channel here. So if you're interested in following along with my life and my preparation videos leading up, make sure to subscribe and stick around. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!